Acoustic guitar construction.
Are solid woods always better than laminate? Hey guys, we're talking about acoustic guitar construction today. Layered woods versus solid woods. What does it mean? What do you get? What's better?
It's the age-old topic. I mean, everybody knows that, lower price guitars usually are laminate wood or layered wood. That's how they get that price point down. And then when you get into a better construction guitar, solid woods kind of factor into that. And what does that really mean? Does that really make a difference in the sound?
Yeah, and we have customers all the time that ask us just that. What difference does it make? And we always tell folks that you're going to start usually with a full laminate guitar, talking about the top, the back, and the sides.
Top.
And then usually the next step up is you're going to be getting into a solid wood top, but your back and sides are still layered. And then usually the next step past that is getting into all solid woods. But, there's some sweet spots kind of at all levels. It depends on what sound you like. It depends on, obviously, your budget. But honestly, these days, the top makers are making such great guitars, no matter how they do it, that they're always turning out great.
I think Taylor's a prime example. We've got these two Taylors here. Taylor does a different approach. They do a layered wood, and what that means is they have a solid core of poplar with a veneer on the back and sides, on the outside of that wood of what you want it to look like. So
what we're talking about here is the distinction usually is their Mexico-made guitars and their Tecate factory, which is what we have here. This is a 214C plus, right? And from all appearances, it looks very similar to the 8 that we have next to it,
It's same guitar, but this is all solid woods. So a more expensive construction and more resonant guitar. But there's something to be said for laminate woods. Laminate woods are much more durable. If you're going through a lot of traveling, if you're going through a lot of temperature changes and things like that, laminate or layered woods are much more durable and will hold up well to that. So there's something to be said for both sides of that equation, for sure.
Yeah, and these companies, we're going to talk primarily about Taylor's and Martin's, because those are the two companies that we deal the most with that have layered woods. But, Taylor's, they have a method of doing it that, I don't know if you guys can see that quite from there, but there is an arch built into the back of the guitar. And there's no structure for the back bracing. So it's just kind of like a hump that kind of floats there, but it allows that air to move even more, so that what you get is a really airy kind of woofy sound, can sound really nice. Mixed with a solid wood top, it's a cool combination. When you get into the solid wood version here, like we have the 814, a lot more focused in the sound, a lot more punchy to the sound, because there's more structure, there's more rigidity there. Because you have back bracing as well as the top bracing that's holding that solid wood together, and it keeps everything like this so that you can really focus what kind of sound you want.
So the whole guitar, on a solid wood guitar, the whole guitar will vibrate more freely together. You have the transfer of energy through a solid piece of wood, and every piece of energy kind of works together throughout the guitar. With a laminate or layered guitar, a lot of times you have a more dense, stiff structure, and it doesn't vibrate as freely. It can be a nice kind of projection in a group of guitars. It'll cut through mix really well, so it is a different sound altogether. To me, we were talking about the difference of maybe just a solid top with a laminate top. The solid top to me is the most important part, because that's where the strings are attached. So anywhere you have that strings attached to that top or that guitar, that speaking point, the top of the guitar where that vibration is, to have that solid makes all the difference in the world. The rest is kind of icing on the cake.
It really is. And there's a lot of people come in here and they play a great laminate guitar, which is nothing new. I mean, if you go back to the 70s with Guilds, Guilds were extremely popular in the 70s, one of the top companies in the world, and a lot of their models had layered back and sides. It was an intentional, classical builders a lot of times will build very high-end, very expensive guitars with differing levels of layering. They might do a layered back or a layered side mixed with solid woods. And it's all about getting that guitar to respond the way they want it to. It's not necessarily, hey, let's make this cheaper. That's just an added bonus, really.
I know, unless time has changed, I know at one time, and I think it's still this way, even on their nicest guitars, they do a layered sides or a laminate sides for strength. They use a solid wood top and solid back, but they know that bent side is where they want the most strength and rigidity, so they purposely choose a laminate side for that reason.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, again, with construction, with standards of quality, because people demand better guitars nowadays, so companies have to meet that expectation that, you know, just about every price point, just about every method of construction, whether it's all solid, whether it's layered, rest assured that, you know, you can get a great guitar these days. And it all just depends on what you want to get out of it, and again, what your budget is. But there's great stuff at every price point.
Yeah.